Hello everyone and welcome to the Brainwaves. In the previous video we have discussed about the arithmetic operators, the comparison operators and the logical operators. And in this part, that is in part 2, we are going to discuss about the identity operators, membership operators and the bitwise operators. But before starting with the video, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do subscribe it so that you will get the notification whenever I will upload the next video. So let's quickly start. We'll start with the identity operators. These identity operators are used to compare the objects based on their objects and based on their memory location, but not based on their values. So these identity operators are used to compare two objects, not used to compare two values, because the comparison is to be taken place with the help of or based on the objects and the memory location, not based on their values. These are the identity operators, is and not is. So it will return in this is operator, it will return true if both the variables are having the same objects. Is not will return true if both the variables are not of the same object, mean to say are of the different objects. So let's quickly see the practical demonstration with the help of Jupyter Notebook. And let me change it to the markdown cell. Here we are going to discuss about the identity operators. Let me take an example. I am taking a list. Here I am taking a variable. I am taking an item banana. Here I am taking another item as cherry. Let me take another item. This is also having the same item. Cherry. Let me execute this. Now if I am comparing, print A is B, you can see there are two objects, object A and object B, and I want to compare them. So whether A is B, let us check. You can see I am getting the answer as false. Why I am getting the answer as false? Because this particular object is different and this particular object B is different. But if I am comparing them if I am comparing their values like this, if I am writing whether A is equals to B, so I will get the answer as true. But here in the identity operators we are not comparing their values, because if I am comparing their values, so both are containing the same values. But in the identity operators we are comparing their object value. We are not comparing their values, we are comparing their objects. So these two objects are different. That's why I am getting the answer as false. Suppose I am comparing whether B is A or not. You can see that is also false. Now suppose I am assigning the value of A to C, and if I am checking now whether C is A or not, you can see now I am getting the answer as true, because whatever the object which was previously in A, now that I have assigned to the another object C. That's why both the objects are same. That's why I am getting the answer as true. So these are the identity operators. Let me go back to the presentation. The next type of operators is nothing but a membership operator, and these membership operators are used to test whether the sequence is present in that object or not, whether a particular object is a member of that particular list or an object or not, that we are going to check. So there are two membership operators, in and not in. So this in is nothing but whenever the in operator will return true if a particular sequence with a specified value will be present in that particular object, and the another operator is the not in, it will return true if that sequence will not present in that object. So let us see with the help of practical demonstration. Let me go back to the Jupyter Notebook. This is the membership operator. Here if I am taking and item A, I am going to take some values here like banana, cherry, I am taking 10, 20, and one more item apple, and let me execute this. Now I want to check whether this particular item apple is in A or not. So let us see. You can see this particular item A, apple, is present here in the object A, that's why it should show true. Let me take another example. If I am writing 20 in A, so it will also give me the answer true because 20 is present in that particular object. Now if I am writing print 40 in A, so you can see 40 is not present in this particular object, that's why it will give me false. Likewise, if I am writing print 40 not in A, you can see now it is giving me true because 40 is not present in this particular object A. Let me take one more example. If I am writing, suppose, the another item nuts in A, you can see it is giving me false because these nuts are not present in this particular object. So these are nothing but the membership operators. Let me go back to the presentation. Next operator are the bitwise operator, and these are the most useful operators in Python programming, and these are used to change the individual bits in the operands. As the name itself suggests, bitwise operators is concentrating on bits. For the operation we are going to perform on the operands, that will be done based on the bits. So these are the bitwise operators Python supports: bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR, bitwise NOT, bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift. So each and every operator we are going to discuss in detail. So this AND operator will give me the answer 1 if both the bits are 1. If both the bits are 1, then and then only it will give me the answer as 1. In bitwise OR operator, if one of the bits is 1, then I will be getting the answer as 1. In XOR operator, I will be getting the answer as 1 if and only if one of the two bits must be 1, then and then only I will get here the answer as 1. NOT, this is the bitwise NOT, and this bitwise NOT inverts all the bits. It is like negation. Now please do understand, these are the bitwise operators: bitwise AND, bitwise OR, and bitwise NOT. This AND, OR, and NOT operators are also there in logical operators. So those logical AND, logical OR, and logical NOT are different operators, and these are the bitwise operators. You can see their symbols are different. So this is the bitwise AND, bitwise OR, and bitwise NOT. Then two more operators are there in the bitwise operators: left shift and right shift. So whenever we want to shift the bits to the left side, we are using this operator left shift, and whenever we want to shift the bit to the right side, then we are using this right shift. So let me take an example, and mathematically I will show you how it will get executed. So these are the bitwise operators we are discussing, and mathematically I will show you how it will get calculated. So if I am taking bitwise AND, and if I am taking an example, I want to do 10 and 10 and 12. So first of all we need to convert that 10 into a binary equivalent. So 10 is in decimal. The binary equivalent of this will be like this. For that purpose I am writing 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and so on. So this is 1, 0, 1, 0. This is the binary equivalent of 10. And for 10 or 12 also I need to write the binary equivalent. So 8 plus 4, 12, and remaining are zeros. Now if I am doing the ANDing of this, So just now I have told you, whenever I will get 1 and 1, if both the bits are 1, then and then only the answer will be 1, otherwise it will be 0. So that's why this is 0, this is 0, this is 0 and this is 1. So the equivalent of this, the binary equivalent of this is 8. The answer of this will be 8. Now I want to do the another operation that is called as ORing, the bitwise OR. So for bitwise OR, how we can write the bitwise OR? For that purpose 10 or 12, what is the answer, that we will check. Again the same one, let me wipe out this. This is the binary equivalent of 12, binary equivalent of 10, and this is the binary equivalent of 12. Now I want to do the ORing operation, that is 12, 10 or 12. So what is the answer, that we will see. In this particular case, whenever we are doing ORing, in that case if one of the bit is 1, then the answer will be 1. So here both the bits are 0, that's why I will get 0. Here one bit is 1, that's why I will get 1. Here also I will get 1, and here both the bits are 1, that's why I will get 1. So the binary equivalent of this is 8 plus 4 plus 2, that is 14. That's why the answer I will get here as 14. The next one, if I want to talk about the XOR operation, so XOR operation also 10 XOR with 12, what will be the answer, that we will check. Let me wipe out this. So already the binary representation of 10 and 12 I have written here. Let me check the XOR operation. So this 0 0 will be 0. Now this, what is the logic behind this XOR operation? Only one of the bits should be 1. If both are 0, if both are 1, then it should be 0. So you can see both are 0, that's why 0. Here one bit is 1, that's why the answer will be 1. Here also one bit is 1, that's why the answer will be 1. Here both are 1, that's why the answer will be 0. So the binary equivalent of this is 4 plus 2 comes out to be 6. So I will get the answer as 6. Now if I want to talk about the next operation, that is nothing but the NOT operation. So for NOT operation, we will have a NOT of 10. How we can calculate the NOT of 10? So for that purpose, binary equivalent is already there. So the binary equivalent of 10, already I have written 1 0 1 0, and NOT of 10, how we can calculate? This is NOT of 10 will get calculated as, for that purpose simply I want to write here, add 1. So I will get as 1 1 0 1. So it is 8 plus 3 comes out to be 11, but this 11 will be a negative 1. That's why I will get the answer here as NOT of 10 comes out to be minus 11. Now the next operation is the left shift. And in left shift, suppose I want to do 10 left shift by 2 bits, how we can do that? So for that purpose, again this is the, already I have written here 10 in binary. So simply I need to write it in the 8-bit format. So that's why 0 0 0 0, this is the 8-bit format. These are the 4 bits I have appended here, and this is the actual binary representation in 8-bit format. So I want to shift to the right side, I want to shift to the left side. That's why these 2 bits, this bit will come. So these are the 8 bits. So this particular bit will be shifted here, this will get shifted here, this will get shifted here, and this will get shifted here. Likewise I will get here what? 0 0 1 0 1 0, and remaining 2 bits. So I am going to pad some bits here, that is called as the padding bits. So these are nothing but the padding bits. Okay, and what is the binary equivalent of this? You can see the binary equivalent of this is 1 2 4 8 16 and 32. 32 plus 8 comes out to be 40. And likewise we can also do the right shift operation. We can also do the right shift operation. So in right shift, if I want to right shift 10 by 2 bits, so what will be the answer? So for that purpose, what I need to do, simply I need to shift this 10 let me wipe out this. I need to shift to the right side. So for that purpose, this 0 will get shifted here, this 1 will get shifted here, and remaining will be 0. So that's why I will get here 0, I will get here 1, and remaining are these 4 zeros will be as it is. And these 2 bits I am going to pad, those are called as the padding bits. Just now I have told you, these are called as the padding bits. So that's why the answer will be what? You can see 1 and 2, that's why the answer will be 2. So I will get the answer here as 2. Now let me summarize this. So this AND operation, if I am doing 10 and 12, the answer is 8. If I am doing 10 or 12, the answer is 14. If I am doing XOR, I am getting the answer as 6. If I am doing not of 10, the answer is minus 11. Left shift by 2 bits. If I am doing a 10 to the 10, if I am shifting 10 to the left side by 2 bits, I will get the answer as 40. And if I am shifting 10 to the right side by 2 bits, I will getting the answer as 2. So we are going to verify this whether I am getting the correct answer or not. So for that purpose, let me go to the Jupyter notebook quickly. So these are the bitwise operators. Here if I am writing 10 and 12, so let us see what is the answer. You can see 8. Now if I am doing 10 or 12, the answer is 14. If I am doing not of 10, the answer is minus 11. Now if I am doing, so this is AND or not, and let me do the XOR operation. So 10 XOR with 12, the answer is 6, right? And lastly, if I want to do left shift by 2 bits, if I want to do 10 left shift by 2 bits, the answer is 40. Just now we have verified that. And if I am doing 10 right shift by 2 bits, so let us see, the answer is 2. So just now we have seen this. When we are doing 10 and 12, the answer is 8. When we are doing an XOR operation, answer is 14. When we are doing OR, the answer is 6. For NOT, I am getting the 11. For left shift, I am getting 40, and for right shift, I am getting 2. So these we have verified. You can see here 8, 14, 10, 8, 14, minus 11, 6, 40 and 2. These are the answers. So whatever mathematically I have told you, the same answer I am getting here. So guys, this is all from my side. Hope so. Whatever I have tried to tell you, you people have got it. Before leaving, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe it so that you will get the notification whenever I will upload the next video. So see you in the next video.